Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the best 25 hyperchargers in the game right now. So pretty much every single one of these you want to be buying with coins, gems, whatever, because they just changed the way that the brawler plays. So I didn't want to do a full-on ranking of all the hyperchargers. There's just too many. Plus, there's a lot of them that everybody just knows are trash and they haven't been reworked for whatever reason. So let's focus on the best ones, which you should be buying. So to begin with, we've got 4 new hyperchargers which came out yesterday, and most of them are pretty broken. And the first one is Ollie's hypercharge. Ollie's hypercharge is easily one of the best hyperchargers inside of the game. It's not anywhere as near as broken as like Kenji's hypercharge on release, but it's very strong. It's very, very good. It only has a couple of counters with like Poco and Buster, but trust me, if you don't have those counters, Ollie will just literally cook. He will team wipe and he will destroy people. The biggest downside is that it takes over 3 supers to charge, but trust me, it's worth it. He's just able to destroy everything with his hypercharge. Next hypercharge is Byron's hypercharge, so another new one. And if you watched my rank stream yesterday, I think I won every single game with Byron. It must have been like 6 or 7 games in Masters 2, which just goes to show how good of a brawler he is. Byron's always been versatile, and his hypercharge just extends that. It's like Gus in the fact that he can just defend himself a bit better, but actually he can be more aggro. He charges his super very quickly, and now his super radius is basically a lot bigger because it's like a mini spike attack when you throw it. It's crazy. It's honestly insane. I love it. Super fast charging. It has to be one of the best in the game. We have Bonnie's hypercharge. This is no surprise to you guys that this is on the list, because Bonnie, thanks to the hypercharge, is one of the best brawlers, if not the best brawler inside of the game. The crazy thing about this hypercharge is super fast charging. You can get 2 stuns out of 1 hypercharge, which is insane. And it's the fact that pretty much no brawler in the entire game will be able to defend themselves against this Bonnie stun if she lands it. It all just comes down to the Bonnie player. If they can hit every single hypercharge jump, they're just going to kill it no matter what. Even if you're the tankiest brawler in the game, they will kill you. Just showing how broken this hypercharge is. And like I said, it charges so fast. This hypercharge is next, and this is one that's always pretty slept on. It is a team wipe machine if in the right moment, especially on knockout. And of course, it gives the damage boost, which enables you to one-shot so many of the meta brawlers. Normally, Mandy, if a sniper is using the shield gear, you can't normally one-shot them, but with the hypercharge, you can pretty much one-shot all of the meta brawlers, just making it such a good hypercharge, and it has a pretty fast charging rate as well. The next hypercharge on the list is probably the best one out of all of them. It is Kit's hypercharge. So with Kit's hypercharge, it recently received a small nerf, but then theoretically, it received a buff, because now the hypercharge super has damage with Kit. Beforehand, it didn't. So this just means that you're able to cycle through hypercharge supers, which makes Kit be able to get 2 kills instead of 1, which is just insane when you think about it. It turns Kit into a support brawler. So Kit was really good in knockout and bounty really before this hypercharge. Now it just reminds me of Kit upon release. Kit is now an assassin thanks to this hypercharge. You can still get a lot of value as well with the hypercharge super on top of a teammate, but it's all about the Kit assassin. Draco's hypercharge super is next, and this has received a couple of nerfs, and it's still one of the most broken hypercharges inside of the game. Literally, when you click this hypercharge, you will just pretty much get a team wipe. You will just be able to run into everybody's face thanks to the speed, damage, shield boost that you get, and the range on this thing is disgusting. The damage is just absolutely busted. You'll at least minimum get 2 kills. The biggest downside, it takes a while to charge up, but thanks to his tank trait, he's able to charge 1 up at least a game. So all you need is that 1 hypercharge, and you will just delete everyone. Next, we have Genji's hypercharge. Everybody knows just how busted this hypercharge is. On release, it was so much better. Even after several nerfs, it's still one of the best hypercharges in the game. It is basically a Tara super from the sky, which is pretty much unavoidable because of how quickly you can just throw it from across the map. The pool is just insane. You just can't escape it, and it deals so much damage. On top of that, Kenji just teleports to the position. It's insane. The biggest downside, it takes like 4 supers to charge up, but it doesn't matter. Once you get it, it's a team wipe machine. You can have team wipes. Tara's hypercharge is one of the best inside of the game as well. It only takes 2 supers to get, and it's basically unmissable. Even if you're Tom, you cannot miss this hypercharge super. It breaks so much terrain as well, and it's one of the main reasons why Tara is the best gem grab brawler. Next hypercharge is Shade's hypercharge. So I believe they actually fixed a bug a couple of hours ago nerfing this, but it still takes 2.5 supers to get, which is insane with Shade, because once you get it, it's pretty much a team wipe machine. Being able to deal 4k damage per shot is absolutely crazy. Paired with his gadget, you're able just to run through walls and just delete people. It is so broken. Rift's hypercharge is next, and its hypercharge is disgusting in the right setting. Sometimes it can take a little bit too long to get the hypercharge, but when you get it and you use it right, you will team wipe. It throws supers through. Like, the chaining potential is insane, and if you need a tank counter, Griff has to be one of the best ones thanks to this hypercharge. Because hypercharge is next, and even with a nerf previously, it's not as good as it used to be, but it's still a team wipe machine. You see a common theme here where the best hypercharges are the ones that get multiple kills, and Rico's hypercharge is insane. Unlimited bounces on the right map. It can be so toxic. It leads to you cycling your super again, so inherits, you could just make so many crazy plays with his hypercharge. This hypercharge is next, and again, you've guessed it, another team wipe machine. If you pair the mythic gear on top of this hypercharge, you can just kill people through walls. You don't even need to get close to them. Normally with Mortis and his bats, you do got to get close to people so you can cycle it successfully, but if you chain it onto 2 people at a time, you can just keep chaining hypercharge supers one after another. It's insane. It's completely busted. Next we have Max's hypercharge. So with Max's hypercharge, it's a little bit forgotten about right now, mainly because of Jae Young, but Max's hypercharge is still one of the best inside of the game. If all 3 players group up in one position, pop hypercharge super, all of them will get an extended speed, but everybody will get 3/4 of their next super, and just for literally for that reason alone, it has to be one of the most broken hypercharges. This hypercharge is next, and this one received a nerf not too long ago with a projectile speed, but it's still pretty much unmissable. And the fact that you just teleport people into the Shadow Realm where they can't use their supers, they can't use their gadgets to defend themselves against a Lily that also has some crazy stat buffs on top of her hypercharge. It's just pretty much, she's going to get a kill in the Shadow Realm to every single brawler. And it's the fact that it charges so quickly as well. You can pretty much always kill the gem carrier with his hypercharge. Kaze's hypercharge is next, and Kaze's hypercharge is completely busted, especially in ninja form. It's absolutely insane. With ninja hypercharge, you're able to, especially when you super through people, if you deal a little bit of damage or if they're weak, you're going to instantly kill them with so much damage. It's just how quick you just dash through them as well. The hypercharge doesn't help with that, but it's just still the fact that you can just turn this into, again, a team wipe machine because of you being able to super cycle really easily with this. So it's easily one of the best hypercharges in the game. So hypercharge is next, and again, it received a small nerf in the last set of balance changes, but it's still one of the better ones, especially against the worse players. It's just a team wipe. It's not really a team wipe machine, but it's just a guaranteed kill every single time, and it just covers so much of the map. It deals so much damage in a game mode like Heist, where you can literally rip through one shield thanks to this hypercharge, and it's still pretty fast charging. But you know, with bone mines, you're always just cycling through your supers once you get your first set. It's just so good. Hypercharge is next, and loose hypercharge will always be one of the best ones inside of the game, because if you need a direct counter to a lot of the assassins and tanks in the meta, well, loose hypercharge is the best bet, because you instantly freeze people with pretty much no counterplay, which is just absolutely insane. It then allows you to cycle through to another super if you're close enough to just delete the person you instantly froze. It's pretty fast charging as well, and the reason why Lou is still pretty good in the meta. Hypercharge is next, and I'm hoping they fix this bug pretty soon. I don't know whether it's actually fixed still, but I think once they fix it, Trunk will actually be a pretty decent brawler in the game. But yeah, Trunk's hypercharge is pretty good. Once you just go through people with your hypercharge super, you just delete them instantly. So again, once they fix the bug, if you didn't know, the hypercharge super doesn't actually recharge his super, I believe. So it does enable you to get team wipes at the moment. So maybe hold fire on buying it until that's fixed. But trust me, once it's fixed, he'll be very good, because with the tank trait, it takes like 2.5 supers to charge up. So it's a really good hypercharge once the bug is fixed. This hypercharge is next, and this is just a really good way to defend yourself. Pretty much any assassin or aggro brawler cannot even approach a Gus with a hypercharge super. It deals so much damage. It's absolutely crazy. You can pretty much not one-shot a tank on assassin, but you'll get them very, very weak just by popping your hypercharge super if they're close. So for that reason, it's very good. It's pretty fast charging as well. With Gus, his attacks are easy to hit, so he's always going to be cycling through hypercharges. Piper's hypercharge is next, and Piper's hypercharge is always really good to make good plays, especially if you want to be a super aggressive Piper, and especially with the damage boost on top of it, you can just two-tap so many brawlers inside of a game. It's pretty good as well. With Piper, you want to be opening up the map as much as possible, where you're able to open up the map at 2 points, because wherever you land, you will open up the terrain, and with the knockback as well, you can make so many cool plays with Piper. She's hypercharge is next, and it doesn't seem like anything flashy, and a lot of people will think it's pretty boring, but the rats can just overwhelm opponents so easily. It's crazy. It only takes 2 supers to charge up as well, and in good matchups, as I said, he would just delete people through the hypercharge alone. You'll be able to go through multiple supers in one hypercharge, which just makes him a team wipe machine as well. Mr. P's hypercharge is next, and this used to be easily the best hypercharge inside of the game, and it got reworked, and I thought it wasn't as good as it used to be, but I think it's still really solid hypercharge. That's why they just keep nerfing the hypercharge rate on it, because it's such a solid one. Once you get one hypercharge super, it's not pretty much GG, but it is GG to all of those single shot brawlers, especially like Jean, Piper, they're just going to be shooting the hypercharge portals the whole game. So that just literally takes one brawler out of the game, which makes it so easy to pressure the opponents, overwhelm them. This hypercharge is still insane. This hypercharge is next, and I love Hank's hypercharge for a couple of reasons. The main one is because it cycles so fast, and with Hank, he has, I think, one of the highest damage main attacks, if not the highest. So he's able to get a damage boost on top of it with his speed, which Hank just absolutely loves any type of speed buff. So it allows him to suffocate the opponents more with his main attack. And then his hypercharge super is still pretty good. It's not as bad as people are making out. It still hits at least one torpedo, maybe even two, pretty easily. I just think mainly because of the stat boost and how quickly you cycle it, it's still a fantastic hypercharge. Doug's hypercharge super is next, and although in the gameplay I don't showcase it enough, you probably would have seen, if you play any bit of ranked, especially in knockout, there's so many cheesy strategies with Doug's hypercharge. So what you want to be doing with Doug's hypercharge, you want to be pairing it with someone that wants to get close to the opponent. So you want to be pairing it with like a Gray, you want to be pairing it with like a Janet, because you can throw your hypercharge wiener onto a Janet, and in the sky you can press attack, and Janet's literally in the sky. You can't even attack Janet, and there's just attacks raining down on you. It's completely busted for that reason, but only good in knockout and bounty. But into the final hypercharge you must be buying from this list, that has to be Buzz. The Buzz's hypercharge is still pretty good, mainly because you're just able to make so many game-changing plays with this one. You literally turn into Spider-Man. You're able to just take up so much space on the map. You can pretty much be in spawn at one point, and then you can be scoring a goal at another point. If you watched a few Buzz clips, that is possible, and especially in like heists as well, you can get from point A to point B very, very fast. And of course, who doesn't want unlimited stuns? It's a very good hypercharge to have, and without it, Buzz would actually be one of the worst brawlers in the game for sure. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know whether there's any hypercharges I missed out in the comment section. Tier list is coming tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.